What's up, guys? Weather Wednesday coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends live stream. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the brand new dog and probably messing around with some champions. Hey, Chris, welcome to the chat. How you feeling about this fusion? I've got feelings, but not solidified feelings, because obviously we didn't know how hard this guy hits before we make any rash decisions. So we're going to take a closer look at this dog, and then I'm probably just going to be messing around with some champions tonight, seeing if I can improve anybody, because that's what we do when we get free gear removal. I don't know if I'm skipping. I want to skip. I've been wanting to skip a fusion, but we have to see how good he is. If he's amazing, we can't skip him. But I don't know. Like, it's going to take a lot to convince me that he is amazing. I mean, we've been waiting a year for this dog, and I kind of moved on. I don't really need another Hydra team. But if he can, for some reason, put out billions of damage like Titus, it would be hard to skip somebody that good. But how many Hydra fusions do we need to do? Titus fusion kind of killed me, just because I went through a lot of sacred shards for it. Currently, I've got a whopping 4 sacred shards. I'll get another tomorrow from Doom Tower, but I just haven't been getting them from the Demon Lord at a good enough rate. You got Titus's 5-star soul? That's crazy. I probably could have. I think I could have sniped it, but I woke up with like 20 seconds left to go in the, was it a champ chase tournament or something? I could have sniped it if I used like all of my shards and taken that chance. Titus was worth whatever you spent on him, you know? Especially with you getting a 5-star soul for him. Not that he needs it, but if you can save up and get it to 6 stars, I wonder what the difference would be. Now, this is the main reason. By 20 points? That's crazy. The reason why I'm not really too concerned with another Hydra champion, because I ran Titus on Nightmare today. 2.19 billion points. Or damage. That's over 8 billion clash points. What could this dog possibly do to affect Hydra Clash? That's my question. That's a crazy snipe. I would have had to use every shard, and then it would have been like close. You don't have Wixwell? If I were you, if I were anybody who got Titus that doesn't have Wixwell, I would go all out for any kind of Wixwell summons. Anytime he's available in Prism Shards, anytime he's available from a 15 for like a progressive, I'd do whatever I could to get him. If you care about Hydra. He's insane. Wixwell was good before if like you needed a Demon Lord team, or you just needed a Provoker. And obviously, he was good before, like, the previous nerfs to, like, Cadaver and stuff. But I just don't see a reason to go for this dog unless he's putting up billions of points. I don't I don't know why I would do it. Especially if you don't have Shayak. So maybe they'll make a way that's like easy for people to get Shayak. Probably not. I just the only thing that makes me wonder about getting this dog is besides if he's insane for Hydra, great. But he'd have to be at least close to insane as Titus, and I doubt it. I doubt it very much. But Nub brought up the idea that maybe he'd be really good in Faction Wars. And I do struggle with my orcs. So maybe? But is that really worth the resources when I've got 4 sacred shards? I usually use sacred shards for fusions. And I would need 6 to 10 just for next weekend. And then there's probably going to be a void. I'm guessing that this weekend there's going to be a 2x for. I think they announced it. I think there's going to be a 2x for ancient shards this weekend. And then so in like 3 weekends, there's probably going to be a 2x for void shards. Yeah. Hit me up on Discord. Names in the description of the video if you haven't already. We can talk about what you need. Maybe even like tomorrow night, because if you're available, this is the perfect time to do a takeover because everything's free. Let's see. Now I don't really know where to begin. With my champions this time around. Last time, I was mostly looking at my nukers, a little bit at mostly at my live arena nukers. I should probably take a closer look at my support champions this time around. It is more fun to build up a better nuker. You know what? I haven't even looked at the skills of this dog. Let's see here. Whoops. What's happening? So, Crowcad the Throat Ripper. Let's see. His A1 has an AoE attack. Wait, attacks all enemies. The attack deals single target damage to each target individually. I have a feeling that's going to be really annoying if it's going one at a time. That could take a lot of time to watch if that's how they're going to animate it. I hate champions like that. Rather than AoE damage, and will ignore reflect damage, pain link, and ally protection. Okay. Double damage when counter attacking if Shayak is on the team. Okay, whenever you want, hit me up on Discord. We can figure out a time. No hurry. No hurry for me if there's no hurry for you. Okay, A2, attack all enemies. Places an extra hit on enemies under 2 or more debuffs. Okay. Pretty easy to do on Hydra. 75% chance of place can't be resisted with Shayak on the team. Fine. Attack one enemy will ignore 50% of the target's defense, as well as life barrier and poison cloud buffs. And effects that redirect attacks, damage, or debuffs to another target. Repeats this attack once if Shayak is on the team. None of that is like overly exciting. It's all fine. It's good. It just the only thing that matters is how are his multipliers. He's probably fine. But we just had Titus. So why are we doing this now? Like we don't have 50 different possibilities for Hydra damage now. There's so many good damage dealers, and quite frankly, if you're competitive, the only ones that matter are Titus and Trenda. Everything else is fine, different levels of fine. We didn't really need another Hydra damage dealer. If he's good in other areas, that's important, possibly more important. Now, obviously, newer players. Here's the problem. Newer players, yeah, they need to build up more teams. But the whole point of this guy is that you had to have been playing a year ago to get Shayak, or you randomly pull him. But we've been waiting a year for this guy. Most people, by now, if they've been playing that long, they already have other options. So what's the point of this dog? If he's good at faction wars, fine. But do you really want to do a fusion for one faction? Maybe, but it's not like necessary. So I'm a little bit torn. We're going to have to wait to see how good he actually is. How hard is he going to hit? That's all that matters. Does he hit incredibly hard or not? That's the only thing that matters. If he's insane, then I'll go for him. But if he's not, I can use my resources somewhere else. I can save my sacred shards for a better time. I feel like this is a very likely candidate for a skip for a lot of people, which is okay. But the game needs something exciting in it, and this probably isn't it. We all wanted the dog, but we wanted it a year ago. They should have come out with him the month after Shayak. That would have made sense. Back to back, they go together. That's fine, but we've been waiting for a year. Most people just moved on. They're like, okay, they're not giving us the dog. Oh, they gave us the dog? Too late. Unless he's insane, then I take back everything I just said. If he's like Titus levels of damage, and we can make another Titus level of damage team, then everybody should do what they can. Probably. If you care about Hydra Clash. Or if you need to build another team. But I think that's pretty unlikely. I don't think that he's going to be broken. I think he's going to be fine. He's going to help some people. Some people who have Shayak that don't have 3 good teams could probably use him. If somebody's desperate for some help in the Orcs faction, maybe he can help there. I mean, they say he's supposed to be a Hydra champion, so where else are you going to use him? Probably not Ice Golem, because you're probably depending on crit damage, and you're just going to get your own team killed. He's not particularly built for Dragon, maybe he does enough damage that it doesn't matter. Maybe he hits so hard that he could be useful in Spider or something, but like these are all solved things. What we need is Chimera champions. There's like a handful of Chimera champions that you kind of have to compete. And not everybody has those champions. And Chimera's kind of boring. We didn't need another Hydra champion. Right after Titus, especially. We need Chimera champions. If they want us to take Chimera seriously, we need more options for Chimera. More options to, like, Balor just came out, but he's not a fusion. He probably should have just been the fusion. Of course, they kind of put him mostly behind a paywall or like a Kraken wall. And I don't even know how good he is. He's just good in theory, as far as I know. I haven't seen like any videos where he's just changing the game. But Chimera's been out for 8 or 9 months or whatever. How many options do we have? You know, I don't have Elva and I don't have Senna. So what do I have? Pretty much nothing. I have a very boring team that just kind of does okay. Nothing crazy because there's only so many options. So I think this dog is okay. I just don't think he's good enough that like you desperately have to have him. But the game needs something exciting in it right now, and that's just not going to cut it. Titus was exciting. And then everybody who could build a Titus team built a Titus team. And now what? That excitement died down like almost instantly. As soon as everybody built their team that could, people just aren't excited about the game right now. And we need to find a way to make it exciting. Well, you came out with this clan boss that I don't think people care about. It's not an exciting boss. It's not that much fun. It could be, but there's just not enough options for people to really get excited. Like, oh, I can't wait to try this new champion. There's not that many options. Like, people are building new Hydra teams all the time. Demon Lord was solved years ago. Nobody cares about Demon Lord anymore. Demon Lord is the easiest thing in the world now, especially for anybody who, if you built the Titus Wixwell team for Hydra, all I did was I took my entire team from Hydra, took out Lydia. I did nothing special, did not speed tune anything, and Ultra Nightmare, I'm now hitting 300 million or whatever. Like, I didn't have to do this. I already had a team, but it's the easiest team in the world. So Demon Lord's been done forever. If you're a newer player, obviously you still need to build up a team, but like nobody's excitedly building Demon Lord teams. Hydra's pretty much done for endgame players. Most endgame players are either building trended teams or Titus teams, probably both. Probably like 2 trended teams and a Titus team, something like that. So Hydra's pretty much done, and that's why I don't really care about this dog unless the dog is crazy good. But Chimera's not done. Most players can't do like crazy Ultra Nightmare teams. Most players aren't fighting Ultra Nightmare. I would say that most players are fighting Brutal. Personally, I do Nightmare and Brutal because that's what I have available. Like, I'm the I'm one of two players now, it looks like, that are fighting Nightmare on my clan. Finally, somebody else stepped up and they're doing it too. So we can't do Ultra Nightmare, so I don't even know how I would do there. But I think most players that are progressed decently are probably fighting Brutal, maybe Nightmare. Because there just aren't that many options. Like most people are doing kind of similar teams to me. You're going to have some kind of speed booster. You have some kind of either Elva or something like an Elva, Pythion, Duchess, whatever. You're going to have a couple of nukers, probably max HP nukers, or like a Ninja Mikage, and then probably Lydia. Maybe like Lamasu or something. But there's not there's not like a lot of interesting Chimera teams right now. That's what the fusion should be about. Not just not a Hydra nuker that's not as good as the last Hydra nuker. Probably. So I don't know what they're thinking there. Maybe they're just like, oh, we promised this dog, we should probably throw it in at some point. I don't know. I'm kind of talking myself into skipping this. Oh my gosh, Siege. I think, and I've only got one battle left. Let me show you the craziest win I had to get today. This is my hardest Siege battle of all time, and I barely was able to do this. So I had to go against this guy who's only level 90. Kind of hard to see. But he's only level 90, but he's got 3 mythicals in his team that are not the freebies. He has Arbaeus, Commodus, Siegfried, and Odin. Odin is 6 stars. Commodus is 6 stars. Arbaeus and Siegfried are both 3 stars. And I had to beat this guy. And if he was not like level 90, like he's probably been playing like a year, I would guess. So he just doesn't have the gear, right? But this was the toughest team I had to beat. And I beat it in one try, but it was like a miracle victory. Like I was just trying to keep my champions alive long enough with Marishka and White Queen. Just revive until I could take them out one at a time. And it was difficult. I don't know how I won this. Like, obviously, I knew that Marishka was going to take care of the Commodus. That was important. And obviously, I needed Fabian to kind of take away their buffs because they're getting a lot of crazy buffs. I think they were all stone skin, or they were at least mostly stone skin. Obviously, Arbaeus just gets stone skin, whatever she wants. Their Odin wasn't geared insanely well. Honestly, if he had better gear, he would have crushed me. But fortunately, I've been playing for 4 years now. So I had better gear than him, but those champions were tough, man. If this guy had been playing for a little bit longer, if he was level 100, I don't think I would have stood a chance. Because you don't need insane gear when you got those champions. You just need close to the gear that I have. If he had the gear I had a year ago, he'd probably crush me. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. Because a really good player with those champions would have killed me. Obviously, this dude spent a lot of money in this game just to lose to me. But I think we're down to my last defense on defense. Let's see here. All that's left is my white king and queen team. Everybody else has been taken down. Let's see if it's been attacked even. Okay, one guy tried to beat me 4 times and lost. But I think that their best play, the guy who had the 3 mythicals, I don't think he's done his attacks yet. So we're in trouble, to be honest. Somebody needs to show up and get some battles done here. We need 4 wins, and I only have 1 team left. And I try my best to not go until like we know all the champion or all the fights that we have to do. But we're struggling to take this team down. I might have to do it. All right. See, you had a level 100 fight, and you're 1 hit. He was 1 hit. It was crazy lucky. Yeah. Sometimes it's RNG. I was so incredibly lucky. It was pretty touch and go. Let's see. Yeah. Obviously, you need champions, but your champions are useless without the right gear. It's easier to build an amazing champion to do some amazing things. Like when I built Titus last week for Hydra. I didn't suddenly have gear that was 100 times better than my other damage dealers. I suddenly had a better champion. But not everybody can build Titus because not everybody has the gear. So you kind of need both. But now you need more. Now you need the champion, you need the gear, you need the blessing, you need the relic, you need all the things. Yeah, don't expect to solo everything with Siegfried just because you have him. You need that Kraken gear. Like, he's gonna help you out. You can do great things with him on your level, but you need the gear. You need all the stuff that goes with him. The books. Let me see how many mythical books I have. I have 3 mythical books. So as much as I want a mythical champion, I've used them on my 3 mythical champions are fully booked. Those are all the freebies. So as much as I want a mythical champion with my 3 primal shards, I need the books. If I pulled a Siegfried, for example, then I would be going for every like tournament or event that had them available, you know? Like, I'm not doing that because I'm not getting mythicals. But if I did, every time it showed up in a tournament, I would be going hard in that tournament, you know? I'd be like, forget lousy fusions. I'm focusing on getting books. But it hasn't happened for me yet. I gotta be so close on Mercy, though. I have pulled 4 legendaries with primal shards. And it's not like that happens every 10 pull. I gotta be close. But it hasn't happened yet. So are you guys taking advantage of the production? You definitely need to. Uh, who do I want to improve is the question. Who can I improve? I don't know. I haven't looked at Mariska in a long time. It's going to be difficult to improve on that kind of thing. That's the difficulty with when you get to a certain point, you've been playing for a long time, it's really difficult to upgrade your best champions. Like, unless you're getting whole new gear sets on them, like, if you get any kind of upgrade, it's amazing. Let's see. So these are all my banners, two whole other banners with resistance and speed. This one's worse. This one's worse. So I can't improve it. It's hard. Let's see. It's got double roll of resistance. There needs to be a resistance version of like Feral and Pinpoint. I mean, I guess there's protection. I guess that's kind of the same. Maybe I need to throw in some protection pieces on her. Not a bad idea. If I were to get a couple rolls of resistance, at least. That's not what I wanted. Unfortunately, they did not pair this with like a. We don't have a gear enhancement coming up, do we? Wait, let me check the schedule. Oh, that's a good piece. Let's see. We got what is coming up in the game this weekend. Because I should probably be doing this during a gear enhancement. Not gear ascension, gear enhancement. Oh, I just remembered. Hang on, let me check this first. I don't see a gear enhancement coming up. They're probably saving that for the fusion. But this alone, this would give me an extra 7 resistance already. I would lose some HP though, so that's difficult. Difficult decision there. I almost forgot. Prism. I did finish. I did finish the Gear Ascension tournament. Maxed it out. And I've got one Prism chance. One Prism and a dream. Have you guys pulled your Prism shards already? Have you gone for the big guy Volcanos? He is one of my favorite champions on my account. I wish that mine was built a little bit better, but he's still really good. I wish his team was a little bit better, but still pretty good. Teams in arena that I can't beat otherwise. You didn't go for it. I needed the dust anyway. I really need. I need a couple thousand dust on my account. Unfortunately, that doesn't just happen. I can get. So I already have this dude. I would not cry about getting a second one. You haven't tried getting past stage 15? That's fair. Do you have a Godseeker, Aniri? I don't remember every champion on your account. She has a ton of compositions where she can duo. Okay. Next time you pull voids, hope that you get a Godseeker Aniri because she can duo Sand Devil with several options. Ninja, Drang, MTG Jedi came out with a video today, I think, with another option. But yeah, Sand Devil is easier than it used to be, but it's still not super easy. So I would not mind getting another few more. I would like to get a Preva, but more than that, I want the cat. I want Chi. Speaking of good Hydra champions, he's a good Hydra champion, but I would build him for Arena. Probably goes well with this guy, to be honest. Probably a good option. Everybody else I have, and I don't need another copy of. And as far as the epics, I couldn't care less about any of these epics. Magnar was nothing else here. I mean, there's some good epics here for like newer players that don't have them. Everybody needs an allure. Ashak isn't bad. I don't even know the names of these other ones. Baroness is trash. Nizana's trash. Honestly, trash. Scion you get for free and he's trash. Vildrax was a fusion and he's trash. Dur, I built up like a month before I got Duchess. He is no Duchess, my friends. Gorlos Helma? I don't think so. Harsh lineup of epics, and it's an amazing lineup of legendaries. One shard in a dream. Was all this talk for naught? It was for naught. Hey, we got Magnar. Who cares? Good thing I didn't do that tournament just for that, because that was pretty low. Mag. Let's see. Mine's only +1. Okay, so I got a +2 Magnar that I just don't use. Let's see. We'll do that. And we get some stats for our Magnar for our efforts. Who cares? Mine's not even built. Yeah. Build Godseeker Aneria if you haven't. She's amazing. Not just for Sand Devil, but I use her for Amius on several the several different the rotations, I guess is the word. I'm great for Faction Wars, Curse City. She's great. Very early game arena, you can use her, but I wouldn't use her long term in arena if you can avoid it. Okay, so nothing from the Prism, unfortunately. Cheshire Cat will have to wait for another day. Good thing I already had Volcanos. I'm guessing that a lot of Krakens spent a lot of money to get Volcanos this week. Just a guess. I mean, when they put them on Prism shards, it's not guaranteed, but it's a lot better of a chance than normal. Sacred shard or whatever. Very good odds. All right. So back to Marishka. So I did get this piece that would up my resistance, but it would kill my. So I don't know if I want to do it. What about the ring though? Do we have any HP protection pieces? I don't think we do. Wait, we do. Resistance just for having the ring. Why would I lose so much HP for this? Oh, it's got a double roll of HP. That's hard to give up. That's tough. I don't want to give up that much HP just for a little bit of resistance when I've already got not very many players are going to deal with that. And if they can, an extra 20 resistance probably isn't going to save me a whole lot of battles. Let's see, we got really tough thing. Let's see, how fast can we get? I mean, she's got my second fastest weapon already. Lamasu has a very honestly, this one would be better if I had enchantments to make it better, but not significantly. Let's see, this would only get better if I got like X. Very difficult to improve this build. That's kind of what I'm facing right now. Is just trying to min max champions. Not very easy. Let's see, that one's worse. What about equipped? Let's see, that one is faster with less resistance. And I'd have to steal it from a duchess. I would steal it at this point. Just because of team compositions. I think Mariska is a better champion, but that doesn't mean that she's more useful on my account. Pisa is on Duchess, which I assume is on my best Duchess, as my other Duchess wouldn't have Stone Skin on. Glyphed even faster. And would lose just a tiny amount of resistance. So, unfortunately, that's already in use where it should be. That's just how hard it is to improve this champion. How about here? We got a double roll of each. Same kind of deal. But maybe we could find a... See, even our fastest piece is slower. How about equipped? Yeah, we probably already have the best piece. This one could be glyphed to be faster, but I am so short on glyphs right now. This one could be really good, but I would have to spend a bunch of silver to find out. And it'd probably be about the same if I hit it right. Let's see how this one hits. Double accuracy would be great on somebody. Okay, so that's not happening. Percent stone skin gloves on my entire account. Let's see, with speed. Seems that my Duchess is built very similarly to my Marishka. Oh, that one is also faster with worse resistance. Very similar though. There's no chance I'm topping this. Resistance with speed. Equipped. Let's see, if I needed accuracy, that would be a great piece. No improvement there. Let's see, if I found speed boots with double resistance, that'd be great. See, it doesn't have the resistance, but it has crazy HP on it. This could be very good for somebody, but unfortunately I need to dust up the Ascension, and I've got no dust. And this one, if I fix the speed, glyphed up the resistance. Unfortunately, I just have no glyphs, so it's very difficult right now to improve anybody. Because I don't want to upgrade a bunch of gear. And I don't have the glyphs. So it's kind of limiting. I mean, most of these glyphs, I have like 1 or 2 6-star glyphs. Unless it's like a flat stat. Very low. And plus, personal CVC is next week. I like to use my glyphs during personal CVC when possible. So it's tough. It's tough to really upgrade champions. But you just got to look through piece by piece sometimes. Let's see. Lady Mikage, I only built like 3-4 weeks ago, probably. How much could I possibly upgrade her? Well, if I glyphed her, I could. But like I said, no glyphs. I could make her so much faster with a bunch of 6-star speed glyphs. Does she need to go faster? Not really. I pretty much just use her in Hydra. I think she's in my Fire Knight team. See, I just redid him, but I have not ascended him at all. Can we get... I think he needs attack. Nice. Let's see, he's attack based, right? Yeah. And then Chaos Powder. That's a shame. All right, how about Empress? I just built him too. Let's see. We need HP for him. I'll build that up in a next. Yeah, they just they haven't really timed this very well. We could really use this kind of event during personal CVC. And now that we have more of these hour-long things, it's a tough choice. Let's see, UDK, I need to ascend. See if I get anything good here. Resistance, nice. Got the worst thing. Gerbtuck. I built him yesterday and I tried him out today. Didn't really work. Did not help my team at all. He's got 9,400 attack, 588 accuracy. Can we improve anything? Let's see, we could if we had dust. All right. Have a good one. Catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Just let me know. See if I can help you out. Let's see. That is definitely worse. All right. Seems that people. Why don't I try? Get rid of that. What can I do to beat them? Well, quite frankly, it's probably not very difficult to beat this team for me. I'll be faster. Let's see. If I just use Calvalax and then take away everything, probably not. Probably just do this. I'd be shocked if he outsped me. This will probably work. If he's faster than me, that'd be crazy. Nah. right. Now, am I strong enough to kill Marishka? Yep. Okay. There we go. That was the big scary team nobody wanted to fight. Well, that one should be easier. It'll be interesting what's in that final spot. We need 3 wins. Okay, I took down Marishka team. Good luck with last 3 wins we need. And maybe we'll pull it off. It's going to be tough. Our stronghold is almost down. Their stronghold is almost down. Pretty close fight. We'll find out in the end. All right. That's about it for tonight. Thanks for everybody who came and hung out with me for a little bit. I'll probably be back tomorrow night with more Raid Shadow Legends.